Hey, Scott Austin here. And in this video, I'm going to do a walkthrough of the wholesale store that we built for ReptiChip. So ReptiChip had an existing Shopify store for their consumer business, and we ended up building a second Shopify store for their wholesale business. And that's because the shipping, payment methods, and the way you purchase products by cases is different. So when those business rules are different, we end up making different stores usually. So I go to the footer on the consumer store and go to the wholesalers link. And then there's a form where I can sign up and apply. And then I can go to the wholesale store here. Now, the entire wholesale store is behind a login. So we've locked everything. You can't see any pages on the wholesale store unless you log in. And the store staff, when they get that form on the previous page submitted to them, if they approve that application, they go to the wholesale store admin, put in the password or the email of the customer, and then send an account activation link to them, and the customer makes the password. So here I am going to log in with my wholesale account. And on this page here, you can see your order history. We allow people to reorder from their past orders. It just takes all the items that are in that order and adds it to the cart. They can change the quantities, add, remove things from there if they want to. Or they can go to the wholesale order form, which is what we call the quick order form. And what that shows is all the products and all the variants in one grid view. And they have a small enough amount of products. We can put it all on one page. And then we list out each of the variants and little information about them. And they're purchasing in cases. So what we say is, hey, here's the ReptiCase, 12 quart size. The case size of that is 16, so you get 16 of them per case. And the MSRP each is $19.95. That's of one of these 16 units. But your price as a wholesaler is $8.50, and then your case price is $136. So they're buying cases, but we're showing the price of the case and the price each, so they don't have to do the math in their head, right? They can just see, oh, if I buy a case for $136 and there's 16 of them in the case, that ends up being $8.50 each. So in Liquid, we just have, we're doing the math for them in our Liquid code. And they can add multiple quantities and multiple items all in one page. If they want, they can go into a product page and see that product. But most of the wholesalers are going to know the product catalog well enough, they don't need to do that. And they'll just select the items they want, the quantities they want, and then click on the Add to Cart button. And you can see here we're even showing when products are out of stock. And then they click on that Add to Cart button, and all the different variants that they listed all now get shown. And even on this page, we're being very clear that, hey, you're ordering a case of 16. This is the per case price, and here's the unit price. So that, once again, we try to be very, simplified and explain things repeatedly for the wholesalers so they don't get confused, right? Because it's easy with pricing to get confused by things. And then we also require them to agree to the wholesale terms every time that they're checking out, and they can, see what those terms say. And so if they want to go check out, it's going to say, hey, you got to, agree to the terms first. They do that, and they can go off into the checkout experience. Now let's go back to the store. Because this is the wholesale store, and the wholesale customers can get a lot of information about the products from the consumer store, we kept the amount of content on the wholesale store to an absolute minimum. So I'd mentioned before, you can go in and see a product detail page, and they can get all the information there that they want on those. We also have a quick little FAQ about the wholesale process, a contact form, and then some policy stuff in the footer, and then that's it, right? We wanted to keep the site really simple, really focused on, here's the wholesale products, order them quickly using the quick order form, check out, and then they're off to the races. So that is the wholesale store that